sir. Fancy a gander? Fine wares.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. Aught shall change once we have attended the coronation. If your Majesty has any unfinished business to attend to, very well. The coronation is to take place on the morrow. We shall depart early in the morn, so your Majesty...
Master, pray, leave this place. My body, it refuses to obey me. There is a voice within my mind. It commands me, sways my very will.
Sways your will? Could it be that the gods sway? We must quit this place, your Majesty. I fear our plans may fall to naught. Let us return to the tavern. We've been had. The false sovereign commanded the pawns at the coronation, proving his own power as arisen. According to Regent King Sven, the pretender was wearing some sort of lavish necklace at the time. I imagine this artifact is the godsway mentioned in that letter. Perchance 'tis a tool that grants power akin to that of the true arisen. 'Twould do much to explain the events that we have beheld afore now. Alas, unless we find some way to unmake this godsway's power, proving your Majesty's legitimacy shall be... Allow me to speak to the agent we captured some days past. Perchance he knows aught of use.
Never could I have imagined such an outcome. What manner of artifact is this godsway? I suppose 'tis pointless to ponder. Let us await the results of Captain Brandt's investigation. Indeed.
There is much we ought to tend to. If we pray, allow me time to search for a way forward. Is there aught else you would speak of, your Majesty? Do not forget that we work to serve the...
I'll carefully conserve my strength and endeavor to survive every battle by way of sound. Is there aught this pawn might do for you?
You're always such fun to talk to.
Think on this a metal road horse goes up.
A good sleep will ensure we are prepared for the morrow. Now we've the vim to tackle the day ahead.
Come, we've much to be getting on with.
A new day, a new perspective.
I do not engage in idle chatter while on duty.
We ought to bring word of this to Captain Brandt.
Always another errand to see to.
Mayhap if I hang about, someone will wild.
Been in the mood to stir up trouble today.
Well met, sir. Fancy a gander? Fine wares all.
Welcome. Well met.
Welcome.
Master, if ever your pack grows cumbersome, know that...
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. If the information we pry from the agent is to be believed, there is a place in Batal devoted to the study of arts most queer. I believe it is worthy of investigation. Should fortune smile upon us, your Majesty may even discover some method of undoing the Godsway's hold over the pawns. Yet official dealings twixt Vermund and Batal are suspended, and 'tis no simple matter to gain passage through the latter's fortress. Fortunately for us, however, it is an entry permit allowing passage through Batal's fortress. It even bears the crest of the Batali Palace. I doubt any would dare impede your passage with such an item in your possession. There is one other thing, Your Majesty. An oracle who once served in the Vermundian court now resides in Batal. This oracle foretold the coming of the Arisen and was banished from the kingdom when, indeed, 'twas by this same oracle's power that the agent in question came to know of your Majesty's whereabouts. The oracle knows much of the Arisen. Should you make her acquaintance?
Sir Fulvio, the artist whose service Sir Clark commissioned, is residing in Batal. Shall we go and meet with him?
You the Arisen? I've been looking for you. Sven wants to meet with you. Says he'll be waiting in his quarters.
Come, I'll lead the way.
About a dozen things at once. I ought to turn in for them.
In no hurry to leave.
I'm not sure what to do with myself today.
Welcome. Won't someone do aught about this?
sooner stay out of battle, were it possible.
This place is awful.
We shall remain here.
Beg pardon, sir. But you, Captain Brandt, bade me ask aught of you. However, 'tis a matter best kept from prying ears.
Now I've gone and stepped in it.
Firstly, pray, take this. 'Tis a regalia, 'tis my duty to guard it. Yet, I have stolen it from a duplicate now rests in its place. And I must beg you to keep the true artifact hidden. Generations of Amundian rulers have wielded it, though not in battle, of course. 'Tis yet. Disa's disdain for tradition has seen the blade suffer. 'Tis fractured, and has lost much of its former luster. Captain Brandt is of a mind to restore it, so that it might serve as a symbol of your authority, Sir Arisen. Indeed, when the time comes for you to announce your ascension, having this, and I must confess, having watched over the blade for many a year, I should be well glad to see it restored to its former splendor. By my hopes for our kingdom and its treasure go with you, sir.
Mayhap I'll come here and have a day to myself. Mayhap I'll come here and have a day to myself.
I heard from Captain Brandt that you plan to make for Batal in order to continue your investigation. As for me, I've been looking into my mother's movements since last we met, and 'tis a letter she discarded, only half written. It seems to be addressed to someone called Phaesus. I passed an eye over it, though I failed to grasp its meaning, or what compelled her to throw it away. Here, I thought it best that you have it. Mayhap you could glean aught from it that I could not. And if you do, would you... That is only if you've that I am in no position to make demands, of course.
Want some in a real battle?
Peril can result from a moment's incaution.
I must ask you to leave this place at once.
I'm in it now. I suppose I best earn my keep.
Might we not complete our delivery while we're here? We ought to make the delivery now, lest it should end up lost or misplaced. True enough.
I've more time than I know how to spend.
A tad rowdy.
Suppose I could visit someplace new.
Could use a dash of salt.
Should seem we have all we need to hand.
I don't know what to do.
I'm not game enough to hang about here.
May the heavens protect you.
We're here, and none the worse for wear.
What is it? Have you brought me something to sate my unquenchable thirst for knowledge? A book? No, a letter, is it? Let's see here. But know that tonight the moon shall again be shrouded in a veil of gossamer clouds, awaiting the return of the sun's warming glow. Well, well. I'd not thought Disa the capacity for such refinement. 'Tis a love letter of a sort. One that draws on ancient symbolism to convey its message. The moon represents a woman, the sun, a man. Put simply, what this letter means to communicate is, I miss you. Ha! A surprisingly saccharine sentiment coming from the Queen Regent. Would you? I know not who this Phasis is, though 'tis safe to say that Disa is rather invested in him. What concerns me is this godsway mentioned in the first line. If we can take this letter at its word, and 'twas indeed granted to the Queen Regent, we can surmise that it must be something tangible. As to what manner of object, however, I can only begin to guess. And I'm not one for pointless conjecture.
Surely I can permit myself but a moment's rest.
What should I do?
Boots laced.
Can't wait for the new equipment to come in.
Coming here always calms me down.
Need anything?
Now, where was I headed?
I've more time than I know how to spend.
Sometimes this is the only place I can find peace.
We shall await you here, Master.
Still a while to go before my shift's over. A welcome respite. I'm just grateful I get to lead a quiet life.
This sort of quiet means all
Such worn out gear.
Though I cannot be sure how 'twill aid us, I do believe there is more to that letter than we yet understand. And should you learn something, would... Truly? Then my mother and this man are... My thanks for looking into this. Alas, I had hoped 'twould be of greater use to our cause. I know not what to do. What could Mother be planning? Pray, take care if you travel to Batal.